Okay, welcome back once again to CaseyBuilds Live. We are going to be picking up where we left off yesterday with the Death Star. We've done about a third of the way through here, and as you can see, I moved some things around. We were having some trouble yesterday. The angle wasn't good with as big as this one's going to be getting. I wanted to give you a better angle because the camera's normally up here, kind of face down, and it was difficult to see what was going on. So I'm hoping that by putting it over here, it's actually going to give you a better shot. So yeah, messed with that a little bit. Made my instructions bigger, which are going to make it easier for me, and I made them a little bit bigger for you guys right here, right there, so that I know they're still kind of tiny, but hopefully that makes it a little bit better if you ever look at that and follow along there. So moved a few different things around. Got a couple extra tray tables here since this one's such a big build and we're not really able to fit. When Lex is sorting all the pieces here, she can't really get them all onto one tray. Although for bag 4, we do have everything on one tray, which is kind of nice. Why is my stream's bit rate low? Just got a little warning about that. What's it doing? Come on. Pick up bit rate. That's weird. We don't normally have these sorts of technical difficulties here. Okay. Well, we're going to keep pushing through. Hopefully it doesn't keep doing that. I don't know why it did, but I'm gonna assume that we're going to be okay going forward. So anyway, like I said, move some cameras around. We're going to do part 2. We're going to keep building this thing. We're going to be 2/3 of the way done with this today, and then we'll finish it off tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So I think we're in a good place. We're going to dive into bag 4 here. Just in case you'd missed a little bit of this yesterday, currently we have a very robust donut platform. Let me switch cameras over here. Boop. There we go. So we have a robust donut on the bottom. Down here, and now we're starting to build up. We had pizza platters around here. We had a really cool little monster in our trash compactor area here. Door that opens for the trash compactor. It's looking really cool. This build is a lot of fun. I'm liking it. So anyway, here we go. Let's just jump right in. We're on bags 4. Looks like we're building a couple of these weirdos whose name I don't know. They're the ones that are manning the laser, the frickin' laser in the Death Star. And it also looks like we have an Obi-Wan here. So we'll set this out a bit. Move that forward and have room to build here. Okay, so if I build back here, you're not going to see it because that's where the instructions are, so I'm going to have to lean forward. Okay. None of that should be a problem. We'll do Obi-Wan first, and then I'll hold up the dudes that are from the Death Star. Also, interesting factoid. I know everybody knows the Death Star as the Death Star, but fun trivia. Oh, thank you, Taco Cub. I think I actually fixed the issue. I had something else running that shouldn't have been running. So at this point, I think the stream is okay. Let me know if the stream looks bad, and I will mess with it further. But I think we're okay at this point. I think. So we have a fun little Obi-Wan right here. Gotta remember to lean forward. So these dudes are pretty sure they're the dudes on the Death Star who man the laser operation. So this guy right here. Got those weird helmets. So, a couple of those. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is our Empire Strikes Back episode of the Death Star build. Yeah. All right. So it looks like right off the bat here we're going to be making an apparatus to handle the opening and closing of the or rather the crushing of the trash compactor here. There we go. Yeah, this seems like the main challenge with this set has been trying to just make it work for the stream. If I was just building this thing and not streaming it, it would be a lot less difficult. But I'm trying to make it so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing here in an optimal sort of way, and it's been tricky trying to figure out what that actually is. Oh, and I was about to give you guys a fun trivia factoid. Most people know the Death Star as the Death Star, but did you guys know? Oh, is that going the wrong way? It's going the wrong way. Did you guys know that it actually has an official model number? It is, in fact, the DS1 orbital battle station. That is its official model. There we go. Problem solved. By the way, since I know Taco Cub is out there right now, I want to give him an official CaseyBuilds shout out. Earlier today I heard somebody ring my doorbell, and when I went down and opened up the door, there was nobody there. All that was waiting for me on my doorstop was a warm bag of Stan's donuts. So, Taco Cub, you are a hero. Oh, there we go. There. See, now that kind of does some compacting. I'm sure we'll make that better. Move my things around so my keyboard's in the wrong spot. Alright, maybe that'll be better. Yeah, I know we talked about it quite a bit yesterday, but Stan's donuts are just about the best thing in the world as far as donuts go. So, Taco Cub got hero status this morning. There are plenty of people out there watching the build right now who've had stands and that are jealous of the fact that I got stands this morning. Lex and I we still had a pretty productive morning this morning, but it wasn't as bad. Uh-oh. Stream issues. Please. Uh-oh. I'm getting messages from people about the stream. Is the stream up for you over there?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. All right. I was just getting a message from Taco Cub outside of the stream here saying that it was it had dropped for him, which is obviously not ideal. Okay. Well, he says he's back. Which means he probably didn't hear me giving him the shout out for bringing me fresh Stan's donuts today. So Taco Cub, thank you. Thank you for the Stans. You are a true hero, champion. Thank you. Oh, that's kind of gross. All right. Nope, that doesn't go very well. Oh, that's smoothish. Oh, J&J's back. Hey there, J&J. There we go. Now we've got moving trash compactor parts here. That's fun. Okay, now we set that to the side for a bit, and now we're building a different area. So let's see what this is meant to be. Okay, you guys are going to see something fairly impressive. The next section. So we're in section 4 right now. Section 5, when that one comes up, it once again cannot fit on a single tray. So. Lex has been doing some very impressive sorting work to make this all fit for us as best as possible. So I do love these big builds, but I'm discovering that they're kind of tough to stream. So oh no. Did the donut man get more or fewer than he had intended to get? Because my bag had 3 donuts in it, which meant that Lex and I each got a donut today, and one of us will be getting another donut tomorrow. Taco Cub, can you speak to what the donut man had intended? Sort of looks like we're making a nuclear warhead right now. Nuclear. Kind of true liesy. Yeah. Yeah. Stan's donuts are so good that you could absolutely want to keep eating them, but they're so dense and delicious that it almost hurts. So Stan's is, after I have 2, at that point I start questioning things. So I don't have much trouble. I don't have much trouble stopping after 2. Stopping after 1, that did take discipline, yes. The restriction on glazed, tried to get what he could. Yeah. Well, thanks, Donut Man, if you're out there listening. And thanks for letting me know what the Donut Man had meant to do, Taco. Huh. Yeah, the Death Star is definitely an expensive set. I think this last iteration, I think this one was a $500 set. If I remember correctly. I think the first one might have been 400. Well, not the first one. The first the Death Star Part 2, the very first Death Star they came out with, I'm actually not sure how much that one cost, but I think it had around 2,700 pieces, so I'm guessing that one probably would have been, I don't know, somewhere between 250 and 300 bucks. And then I could have sworn when this Death Star got first issued, the first release of it, I'm pretty sure it was 400 bucks, but then the second one of these that I got, I think was 500. Not sure why they changed that much, but okay. Platform here. That's fun. I also could be remembering those numbers incorrectly. Wondering if I could angle my camera any better. Second guessing myself right now. Uh-oh. Oh no. No, I don't know what this is supposed to do, but it has moving parts, and I pulled on something and then something else dropped. Okay. Oh, lots of questions. Okay, J&J first. After the Death Star, I don't know what I'm going to do. So the Death Star is going to take us through this weekend. I generally don't plan that far ahead with these, so I'm not sure what I'll be doing next weekend. Definitely smaller sets. Especially when I do something bigger like this, I try to balance it out with something smaller, just because I know that it takes a lot of big time investment for people to watch these. So, yeah. So next weekend it'll be. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Haven't decided yet. Why am I building from the left today? Good question. So, do I just drop this stuff in here? I think all of this just sits in here. It's just garbage. That's kind of funny. So we have rods. Oh, I just messed up Lex's beautiful sorting work. Oh well. So we have a bunch of trash in the trash compactor area here. That can be used to, say, maybe prop up the trash compactor. That's super cute. Okay, so there's just trash hanging out. Next question was, why am I building from the left today? So I tried to move things around to make it so that you could see stuff better. When the camera was up here, way up here, you kind of just saw the top-down view, and you're missing a whole bunch of other stuff. So I was trying to find a better angle to actually be able to see this stuff that we're building, and this one seemed like it might work better for this. Definitely not what I plan to keep it as for future builds, but just for the sake of you being able to see this one because it's so much bigger, I needed to pull it back. So that was why. What else am I reading? There are separate versions of the Death Star set. Yes, Bo James. There was an original one, the Death Star 2, which was the original set that they had come out with. And then a few years after that, they came out with just the Death Star, which is this one. And this is actually the reissue of it that they did a few years after that. So there have been iterations. I actually think the Death Star 2, the first one they came out with, is the best looking one. It's a little bit smaller, but it has a more finished outside. And since I don't really intend to play with all of the areas here on the inside, it kind of works a little bit better for me. But I don't have that one, sadly. And I would imagine finding it on eBay or Amazon at this point would be prohibitively expensive. Next question. Will you show us the dismantling process? Ooh, sure. Yeah, I could do that. In fact, basically for the last couple of weekends, right after I built the Death Star Final Duel and the Death Star Escape sets, pretty much the stream ended, and then I just pulled them all right back apart since they weren't ones that I had planned to keep out. But yeah, no, we do a CaseyBuilds. That's a good thinking. If you finish the build tomorrow at 2, yeah. That's a good question. The trash compactor and illegal building technique, in that these pieces are just free floating in here. Very likely, although all of the pieces are free floating in the ship in a bottle set as well. So I think Lego has their rules about what are legal and illegal building techniques. But it's one of those do as we say, not as we do sorts of situations. So every once in a while they seem to break their own rules. I am now seeing the problem with having the camera where it's at is that my big old hands are in the way and you can't actually see what I'm doing. So I'm building. You know what? What if I bring it up a little closer? I'm gonna play fast and loose here. See if that's any better. CaseyBuilds. I had no idea that might be something people would have any interest in watching, but okay, I'll try to make that happen. Yeah, tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I realize it might be normally that would be a less than good time, but I'm hoping that with enough people working at home right now, it might be something where they want to put the stream on as they're working or something like that. I don't know. It seems better than making people wait all the way until next weekend for me to finish it off, but J&J certainly looks like he's ready for it whenever. That's good. Yeah. I don't know. If tomorrow's a bad time to do it, if anybody out there has strong feelings and wants me to wait for the weekend, I'm certainly open to listening to that feedback. But sort of seemed like it probably wouldn't be a huge issue with the way most people's lives are configured these days. Man, I really botched this tray when I dropped a big old thing in there.
You want me to fix it?
Nah, it's okay. Okay, I'm not sure what's getting built here yet, but it's some kind of got some seats. Looks like maybe it's a laser targeting computer system, maybe. Live tour of the Lego room. Ooh. Okay. That is a valid request. I could do one of those. That might be something that I should just record and put up as a video to watch. I don't know if that's a... Well, no, feedback would be good, although it's really wouldn't be that long of a tour. Maybe
Part of your unboxing.
maybe after I... Huh?
Part of your unboxing.
Yeah. Either one of these weekends where I open up a new box, give Lex some time to sort the pieces. We could do a little tour at that time. Or perhaps if I do another quick set, we have some spare time at the end of an episode, I could do that too. These are all great ideas. Love the ideas. I appreciate all the feedback. Oh, this is just a mess. I'm glad you didn't fix the tray, because I'm destroying it right now. So my plan for today, CaseyBuilds after hours, sure. I know Chris Bailey isn't able to watch today, but that's something I feel like he's been asking for quite some time. My plan for today is we'll do another longer build today. This will probably be about a 3-hour day once again, and then that should get us in striking distance of being able to finish this thing off. Presumably tomorrow, unless a lot of people feel like I should wait for the weekend. Next weekend. Okay, we got some kind of... Again, I think we're building some kind of lasery thing here. Don't really know yet. Make a vid building the 1999 set. Oh, of the Death Star 2? The first issue of the Death Star? Okay, maybe I'll search online to see if I could find one of those. That and the plush robe. That's a great idea. Okay. This is a real fun, intricate little thing here. Still don't really know what it is yet. Looks like some kind of targeting computer, perhaps. Oh, and we have stuff that shoots, little shooter bit pieces. Okay. And because Lego is so thoughtful and cares about our safety, they provide the nice little graphic of don't poke your eye out with this. Safety never takes a holiday, as we discovered yesterday with our OSHA compliant railing down here. Yeah, this thing's gonna look pretty darn cool when it's finished. How does this all go together? Looks like that. Okay. Now I'm wondering if maybe if I had taken this camera and put it up a little bit higher, you'd be able to see what I'm building and maybe still have a better angle on this thing. I tried to mess around with it a bit this morning to figure out what would really work well, but I was having a hard time coming up with the best plan. these saucer things. And these pieces right here just remind me of the old-fashioned space sets. These transparent, translucent little laser dishes. Takes me back. That's a great idea. We need Taco Cub here manning the cameras. That's what'll take that's what we're missing to take CaseyBuilds up to the next level, I think. Great suggestion. I could pay him in top ramen. Actually, that's a good question for you guys right now. I can move this camera around. Is the angle that it's at? What do you guys think? Is it not as good as it was before? I tried to move it lower to show more of this, but I might have ruined other parts of this in the process. So that's something that's easy enough to change on the fly here. What do you guys think? I'd love to actively hear your feedback and work on this. Also, that's a cool looking gun here. I created this channel, I want to say maybe 4 years ago, 3 years ago. I made it right after I had done a time-lapse video of building the Disney castle with the intention of posting more time-lapse videos, and I kind of never got around to it. Took a lot more work than I was anticipating to put those videos together. So I started doing these live streams just a few months ago with all of the shelter in place. It gave me a lot more free time on the weekends than I used to have. So this is pretty darn cool. This is a really cool looking gun mounted or swivel. I think we're gonna be mounting this somewhere in here. Looks just like the ones on the Death Star. That's pretty cool. And it goes all the way around over here. If I can actually get it to attach. There we go. There. Oh, that's great. That's a lot of fun. And then these. Oh. Okay, so we have pew pew lasers here. Which is here. How do we fire them? Oh, we push down on these guys. Okay, so actually, hey Lex, I'm gonna fire a laser. Can you watch on that side to see where it goes? I'm gonna aim for the camera. See if I can hit it.
So towards me?
Towards you, yes. As soon as I put this in place. Okay, we're gonna see if I can hit the camera here. And dead on. Oh! Ha! Nailed it. So, as you can see, these things, you really could, you could poke somebody's eye out with one of these. That was fun. Okay.
Did you already answer the question about how long you've had the channel?
Yeah. All right. So now where we're, this is some kind of machinery now. Something with the yellow bits. Something perhaps vaguely Ridley-esque. Even though that's a different franchise. I've been hit. I'm honestly, I can't believe I actually hit my phone just now. That was I surprised myself. Some other type of machinery that we're building now. Okay. So I mentioned that Lex and I we had a productive morning this morning. It wasn't as exhausting as yesterday's was with building a bed and moving a bunch of furniture upstairs. A lot of heavy furniture. But we went out into the world today and put on our masks and braved Costco, and she did some grocery shopping at Safeway, and went to Michael's, and we Target. We hit up a whole bunch of places today that we've just been saving up to do. So it was a very accomplished morning. Yeah, when we had by the time we left Costco, I was starting to feel fairly agitated, and I don't usually, I'm usually a pretty mellow guy, and but the people traffic in Costco was just really bothering me quite a bit this morning. Just the lack of awareness that other people have for anything that's going on around them seemed particularly bad this morning, and I was starting to get pretty irked about that. So Lex actually just dropped me off at home and finished the rest of the shopping herself to save me the frustration that was brewing. Yeah. Oh, Total Wine. We hit up Total Wine as well, because we had recently pretty much run out of all of our rum, and that's a deal breaker in these parts. So we had to load up on our Siesta Key rum, the official rum drink of CaseyBuilds. Well, this is a really complicated grabber claw here. Kind of looks like Toy Story the Claw. The Claw. Doesn't look like it's super functional. More meant to just convey the appearance of such a thing. Which way? So neat looking claw. Won't be able to do too much with it, but it looks good. And it goes over here. There we are. And what's next? Yeah, the next Star Wars wave. I've already got it marked on my calendar. There's actually a few big things that are all lining up between Lego Star Wars sets, a few Technic things. There's the new Mickey and Minnie Lego figures. What else? Actually, I've started putting all of the dates when things have release dates posted. I've started putting them on my calendar, so I don't need to obsessively check the Lego site every day to see if anything new is coming out. Even though I still do that, since I don't think that they necessarily report on every single thing. But the Crocodile engine, I think the Crocodile engine is cool, but I don't feel like I need to have it. It's definitely a really cool looking train set, but I feel like I don't need to start getting into the model train excitement that many people feel. Well, why couldn't they have had me put that on? Alright, so we need to pull this string up through a bunch of these other pieces, and there's a whole lot of stuff in the way, and I don't know why they couldn't have just had me do this in the first place, because that would have been much easier. This is silly. Oh. Keep it with the Emerald Knight. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I've already got a couple of trains. I've got the Hogwarts Express, which is more of a model than an actual train set. I don't think the Hogwarts Express actually moves. But the Disneyland train, that one to me, that meets all of my train needs. I do have some old train sets with all my old Legos from my childhood. So I've got those too, but yeah, I'm trying to not... Anytime I can try to avoid feeling the need to collect an entirely new set of Lego things, it's a victory for me. So yes, while I acknowledge that the new train looks pretty darn cool, I'm trying to chalk it up to one of the ones that I can avoid. Because I frequently find that it's much too easy for me to be able to justify, oh, I want that, and then I end up with a room like this. Which, I mean, no regrets, obviously. Okay. This string needs to come through. I can't really tell what it's telling me to do here. We're gonna zoom in, and you're gonna really get to see this with me. Okay, so the string needs to come up through this side thusly. And let's give ourselves a little more. And then come back down through here. Thread the needle. Okay, I think that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to sit on that guy there. All right. I think I did that right. We'll find out soon enough, I suppose. I agree. I would love to start a Lego room trend for people where I'd love to come into more houses like this. Go into people's houses that have Lego rooms. That'd be great. Yeah, how did they break? Legos don't break. Unless you're talking about the brown Legos from the dark brown pieces. Alright, this is supposed to be tied off here. Almost done here. Actually, I am done here. All those, if you want to take all those and dump them in the extras bag. Thank you. Working with these strings is just about the hardest thing for me to do in these Lego sets. My fingers are just too big. Alright, so this guy now needs to go on here. Oh, that's all it is. It's just a platform that raises. So. Whoop. So if you can see that. Raises and lowers this platform. How fun. Well, so when you say they fell and broke, you mean they broke apart? Because, I mean, that's what Legos are meant to do. Or do you mean they actually, like, pieces broke? Because that's weird. They shouldn't do that. Oh, the unnumbered bag. Can I have that, please? I'm going to need it for this.
The one with the gray pieces or the black pieces?
Both. Thank you. Extra parts. Okay. Oops. Yeah, I don't know why Lego does this frequently. So if you look in the instructions here, at the start of a bag, they show, okay, we're on bag 5 now. But this one, it shows bag 5 plus all of this other stuff that isn't in bag 5, which is what all these are. And it seems like they could just as easily number that also bag 5. Like this set had multiple bag 5s. So I'm not sure why they put them out separate like that, but oh well. Did I miss a message from motherboard? Oh, just joining. Cool. Hello and welcome back, Mom. All right. So I think that is the end of this floor right here. And it looks like we're going to be building the number 5 is going to be the middle layer here on our Death Star. So we're going to be doing a lot more Lego plywood, as we started calling it yesterday. In fact, just because the camera is so mobile right now, I'm going to pick this up and show you guys. We've got a whole lot of plate pieces and a whole lot of repetitive things. So this, oh no, I've ruined the camera. There we go, fixed it. Sorry if that made anybody seasick. My bad. Yeah, this bag 5 is going to be not a whole lot of fun, adorable scene stuff. Bag 5 is we're building a house. So we're going to have a whole bunch of plates. We're going to have a whole bunch of structure. So I'm going to open up this one down here. I think that's right. That's 6 by 6, 12, 14. 6, 12, 14. Yeah, that's the right size. That's the spirit, J&J. I love it. That is the wrong size plate. That is the right size plate. Okay. There we go. Okay. And this is something that they've been... I should just get all these up here. I think we're going to be using all of them. A bunch of them. Looks like we're going to be doing a lot of these sandwichy areas, and they've been using the blue and red pieces in the middle bits here a lot. So just assuming that is the pattern they're following, that's definitely more of what we're doing here. So one of the things that is necessary, but one of the things that I don't love doing, and it makes me feel much better once I fix it, is like this step right here is step number 211 is you need to just take these pieces here, and you don't actually attach them to anything, you just have to group them up like that so they're in the right spot. And so if you touch it and wiggle it, they can come back apart. And then on the next step we get up here, it's where you put these pieces in place to lock them in. But it always makes me feel extra nervous, I guess is the right word to use, when they're just sitting there, even though I know the next step is going to be putting them together properly. It just makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm sure there's probably a word to describe that psychological phenomenon that I'm feeling. Luckily, it doesn't happen too much. Yes, OCD. That's... Yes. Okay. Goes there. So I'm assuming that we're going to do this kind of similarly to the last layer down here was, where there's going to be four pizza sections, but we'll see if that's how they do it. Usually they like to follow the same design patterns when they make sets like this, where they'll make the same decision and then just repeat it a whole bunch. So I can only assume that's what we're doing, but we'll find out. Oh, see, now I'm uncomfortable again. That just needs to sit right there. That's where it's supposed to be. And I try to not think about it right now so that I don't start itching or twitching. Problem solved. close call. The stream. Yeah, it's been going a couple of months now. I'd started doing it when we were all aggressively sheltering in place. My wife and I tend to be very busy all of the time, and we're frequently out and about doing stuff on the weekends, and we're never home. But with shelter in place starting, we were home a lot more, naturally. And so with all of this extra free time, it just seemed like a great opportunity to use the time to stream some Lego builds. The very first one that I did was the Porsche, the orange Porsche, which is right up here over my head, right there. The one of the main drivers for me to do that was one of the guys that comes here and watches a lot, Christopher Bailey. He's also a big Lego fan. Oh no, something's off. I hate it when something's off. He's a big Lego fan. He'd never built a Technic set before, so I wanted to show him a really cool Lego set, or a Technic set. So that was one of the major drivers for me to do the first one. And then after I did the first one, I thought, well, hey, that's a lot of fun, and I should do some more. Also, Bo James has been asking for the Death Star for so long that I thought, well, this would also be a great platform to be able to let him enjoy that. So it was more or less just a few different friends asking for a couple of things, and then I thought, you know what, I might as well just keep doing this. It's fun. I'm gonna be building the Lego anyway, so if I'm gonna be spending time making these sets, why not broadcast myself doing it for anybody who might find that sort of thing entertaining. So it's been a couple of months now. Yeah. You could possibly say, if you're an optimistic sort of glasses half full kind of guy, that the coronavirus is what gave us CaseyBuilds Live. Because without that, there's no way I would have had enough time free at home on the weekends to be able to do this. Actually, something else that led to this being possible too was about 6 months ago, I bought a house that had enough room for my Lego studio, and because before I lived here, I lived in a condo where most of my sets, especially a lot of the larger ones, were just inaccessible. I had a storage unit that had way more Lego sets in the storage unit than I had available to me in my home. And there's more stickers. So living at the house now, it actually made it possible for me to do this as well. So just a few different things all coming together more or less the right way. Yeah. Okay, now what did I do with the stupid stickers? There they are. Alright, we need the arrow stickers. I wonder if this would be easier to do on here. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try something. No. So it's always easier to place stickers on pieces once they're attached to something, because you can, the sticker piece, or once it's attached to something, that holds the piece for you and your fingers aren't in the way. There we go. That's perfect. So, yeah, if you're building a set with stickers, don't try to hold the piece by itself and put the sticker on. Put the piece down first. So in this case, put the sticker down or put the piece down and, oh, those are well-placed stickers. Proud of myself. I'm not going to have to lose sleep over this tonight. J&J, I love the Cookie Monster. That's I assume that's what you were going for. Excellent reference. Well done. Actually, there you go. That's something that CaseyBuilds needs. I don't have a jingle. I need an intro theme song. I should go play one on my piano and record it one of these days. Oops. Keep forgetting that instructions are in the wrong spot. Yeah. Okay, we've got a good large plate here. I mean, you can see it's a little bigger than my hand. So that's going to go, how do we orient ourselves? This needs to be this way. This will be up here. Oh, and there's a little, so the crank that we have to raise and lower that platform sticks up right over here, and this actually fits over top of that perfectly, as it should. As it should. There we go. There. All right. I think we've reached the midpoint of our Death Star here. This thing's going to be an absolute monster, which is great. Okay, there's pizza slice 1 done. I'll do some more pizza slices. Pizza. More of these big plates, and we get to feel uncomfortable for a minute while we just let it sit there, not attached. It's totally fine. It's not a problem that it's like that. That's normal and everything's fine. Yeah, I don't know how tall this set's going to be. I think it says on the box, but if that's the halfway point, I mean, that's 20 inches tall? Maybe. Just shy of 2 feet? I don't know, I'm bad at estimating those sorts of things. Great, another opportunity for growth. Just leave those pieces sitting there as if that's totally okay, which it is. It's not a problem, it's not a problem. I actually, last night going to bed, last night, so one of the things I've got, our house is, we have Siri enabled light switches around the whole house, and it's really cool when they work, but when they don't, it's really frustrating. And there was some sort of update that occurred yesterday that I was not ready for, and it sort of knocked out the connection to most of our light switches. And because of the switches trying to be so helpful, when the connection is messed up, when the connection is messed up, there's a status light bar on the light switch that pulses. And so since these were all messed up, pretty much you turned off all the lights in the house, but all of these light switches were pulsing and glowing, and it was so frustrating for me that they weren't working correctly, much less just seeing the constant flash of the light coming from all around, because it's literally every light switch in the house. So in the bedroom alone, we could see 3 light switches in the bedroom, and that doesn't include the rooms just adjacent to the bedroom that had lights that you could see lights glowing from the rooms. It was infuriating. I actually went downstairs and turned the circuit breaker to the house off and back on again, hoping that doing such a huge reset would make a difference. And I don't remember why I started talking about this. Maybe it was to distract myself from having pieces that are just sitting here like this on the table, which is fine. It's fine. Yeah, Taco. I might need to talk to you about some advanced camera techniques you could teach me from your other streams. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here, because this thing is becoming quite monstrous. I suppose I could take this camera, push it back further, but then it's gonna be so small. I don't know. I think quality control might have been onto something. I think maybe you should just come over here and be a dynamic camera operator. You can pan and zoom and oh yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. I almost that was I actually tried to grab some shirts to see if I had enough of a lip on the light switches to hang shirts over top of over them. I didn't. I wasn't able to. But that is a great suggestion. Luckily, it didn't quite come to that. After I reset them all, I was able to get them to stop flashing. I still needed to fix some configuration, but the flashing bar, you're supposed to be able to just tap it, and that is supposed to suppress the flashing error message for a while, which theoretically would be good enough to let me fall asleep and then not be bothered by it. But for some reason, that was not. It didn't work until after I had cut the power to the house and turned it back on. What's a G920? Oh, is that the Logitech one? I might know the answer to that. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Yes, it's a game that I've never played, but I've heard of it. It seems like it would be a lot of fun. One of the biggest issues I had with Battlefront 1 was how much of an online PvP based game it was, and I do not like PvP games. And Battlefront 2 seemed like they fixed that with some good campaign mode, but I just never got around to playing it. This is nothing but a flat slice of pizza. There is no character to it aside from a little gouge right here, which will fit over top of a spot right back here. But this is just a pizza wedge. A solid wedge O pizza. Oh, I spoke too soon. We are gonna dress it up a little bit. It seemed a little too basic, so glad we're doing that. Jay, am I correct in assuming that you're a big fan of Star Wars Battlefront 2? This is a Gray Oroni. I don't really have a very good name for it. That was weak. I apologize. Gray. Boy, I'm trying to come up with a clever pun right now, and I'm at a loss. Don't usually have that problem. Okay, big fan of Star Wars Battlefront 2. Very good. I can't remember if I think I might have bought it, and I never got around to playing. No, that's the Old Republic.
Oh.
Yeah, Jay, are you familiar with the Old Republic? The online one that came out, 10 years ago or so? That one was pretty cool. Stream stopped. Oh no. Oh no. Says, how do I get back to my stream? Streaming now. It says I'm streaming. Are we back? Can you guys see me? Hear me? I think we're okay. Yeah, I think we're okay. Sorry for the technical difficulties today. I don't know what's going on. I apologize. Great, we're back. Oh! Hello, Catherine. Sure feels weird calling you that. Yes, please, I'm curious about the new... How is Star Wars Battlefront 2? tell us more. Are you hacking my internet over there?
What?
Are you hacking my internet?
I don't know what you mean.
I'm just kidding. All right. Where are we? Yeah, I think if there's anybody I need to be worried about, it's probably Taco Cub. He has tricks. Definitely the kind of guy that you want to have on your side. This one's supposed to go. Okay, up here. See, Taco Cub, he's already told us that it wasn't him, and that it was the Donut Man that brought them. So, the Donut Man? Okay, so here we go. We have another pizza slice of Death Star. It'll fit in right up here. One of the issues when things start getting to be this size is it needs to be really secure, and so you definitely need to squish it down real good, but you need to support the areas that you're pushing them into. Otherwise, you can push down and then push other parts out and away. So you really need to push from both sides. To make sure that you don't ruin anything else while you're attaching things. So, there we go. We have another plate. Another pizza. Let's start working on pizza slice number 3 here.
What's your video output bitrate set to in OBS?
I don't have it set to anything. But I haven't tweaked it at all. If we lose the stream again here, which would be very embarrassing, but if that happens again, I'll check my stream settings, double check. It's weird. They are exactly as they've been the entire time that I've always been streaming, and for some reason today it seems like they keep messing with me. I don't know why today would be any different. Just gonna quickly attach these pieces so that we don't feel uncomfortable that they're not firmly attached to something, so we can relax. There we go. Now we're calm again. Really, what it is, I don't like it when you can't just pick something up. So like right now we can just pick this up, but you see this next step once again. We just have to set it there and feel uncomfortable about the fact that they're not all combined. See, because if I pick this up, we leave these fellows behind, and it's things like that stress me out. Needless stress. Favorite Lego set of all time. Oh. It is probably the Porsche, the orange, the orange 911 GT3 RS Technic set. It's just so good. I really love the Technic sets. When that one came out, it was the first of the large car sets. I mean, there were some Ferrari sets before and things, but this was the first, like, this scale Technic set with this level of mechanical. Yeah, it was. They had a partnership with Porsche to do it, and certainly they've gotten licenses before from like Ferrari and things like that. There've been a number of Ferrari sets, but this one, it was just such an immersive Technic set that really pushed the boundaries of putting together engines and things like that. And I think that's probably my favorite set. But Millennium Falcon, that one's also amazing, and just the larger the sets, the more fun they are. And who doesn't want to have their own Millennium Falcon? So getting to build that's a pretty good dream come true. When I was growing up, my favorite Lego set would have probably been my old monorail, which at the time was the largest set that I had for a very long time. All right. See, it's like they're testing us and want us to feel uncomfortable right now with these pieces just floating here for steps. Well, hello there, brick machines. Thank you. We're doing things a little bit differently today than we normally do. We had to make some adjustments to where we place everything because this Death Star set is so large. Normally we have a kind of an overhead cam view, but that was not the right thing for this stream. Once we finish with the Death Star, we'll go back to more I guess I'll call it my traditional camera angle. The biggest problem I have with it being at the angle that it is right now is just my hands being in the way, but I keep trying to hold it up and let you see what's going on while I go. Okay. So when this set came out, actually, I don't remember what year this was, but one of the things I was reading about was, at least when this set first came out, it was is there a copyright on the box over there that you can see by any chance? Anyway, where I'm going with this is 2016. Okay. Thank you. I don't know if this is still the case because that was almost 5 years ago at this point. But apparently the Lego Star Wars design group was composed of I think it said 8 designers, or 8 builders and 4 designers, which was a way smaller number than I would have thought. I kind of figured that they would have had way more people working on these things with how many sets that they have out here. But it kind of makes me want to go through the instruction books for all these things, and they only do it for the bigger sets where they have the little bios about the the creators of the individual sets. But I'm curious to see how many of them are made by the same guys, since apparently there's eight Star Wars build designers. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that a successful team can have much smaller numbers than you would think. Because at work, people are always very surprised with my team at work. And they see the work that we crank out to learn how many people we have, and it sort of blows people's minds. So I suppose this is a good parallel for that. These all coming up. Also, I feel like today was a bit of a victory too. As yesterday, I was having to squint at my screen a whole bunch to see where things needed to go, and not only did I move where my cameras are, but I moved where my desktop window placement on my computers is, and was able to make the instructions a bit bigger, which has made a huge difference for me. Where are we? This guy. But yeah, this is we're gonna, I don't know, maybe we'll lower the camera down and angle it upward, or just pull it back further. We'll probably just have to pull it back further. I don't know. That seems like it's going to be something I'm going to have to play around with a bit more tonight for finishing the stream off tomorrow. We can improvise and adapt to ultimately overcome these issues. Okay. How are we doing on time right now? We're an hour and we're just an hour and a half in. Yeah, having these, I think we could have maybe even gotten a little bit more done yesterday if I had let Lex pre-sort for me. Really speeds things up when everything's all laid out nicely like this. So we're in bag 5 right now. The goal today was to get through bag 7 so that tomorrow would be bags 8, 9, and 10. So might be a little too early to really know if that's going to be the case today, but that's certainly what we're shooting for. Mike 16, that is good to hear. So I know greebling is the term for putting in little bits of detail work, but I don't know if it's purely ornamental or not, or if it includes doing work like that while largely ornamental, still has functional aspects, but just something that popped into my head. Okay, so we just put this on the bottom, so presumably once this is wherever it needs to go, this is going to be on top of, I'm guessing this one's going to go here, because this will be up on top of this stack of the power The power unit. Quality control. Question on oh, we have stickers on this one. In the first Star Wars, when Obi-Wan is creeping around and see, he goes and disables the shield or the power or something like that. What is it that he goes and what is it that he messes with when he's climbing around on the outside of the thing? And I'm trying to remember what his goal was. Oh, the tractor beam, so that they can actually take off. Yeah, that's what it was. Thank you, MD Cordy. I already hate the stickers enough. I don't know why you feel the need to punish me for hating them. Alright, now these ones, it's going to get tricky here. We need to put these stickers, we're going to use another pieces of tool. Stickers 7 and 8. 7 and 8. No! Oh, shoot. That is way, way wrong. Ooh. Oh, you guys drink when I mention stickers? You guys would be toast. There we go. Fixed it. I don't know. I think if I was drinking while trying to put these on. That seems like a recipe for violent outbursts. There. There's two straight ones. Okay, number 8. How about I do a stream where I just open up every set that I haven't opened up yet and look for all of the stickers, and all I do for the entire stream is just put the stickers on, so that whenever I get around to building everything, I don't have to worry about the stickers. It would be the most frustrating episode I've done, but also one of the best gifts I could ever give to myself. Just see all of my anger for stickers. Turn that episode into a drinking game. How about that? Come on, get... There we go. Anger is the path to the dark side. X, yes. Okay. Stickers are done. For now. Bit of a command center here. I'll hold this up in a second so you can actually see it. There we go. This looks like possibly the controls at Entrance to a detention block, perhaps. Oh, it sure could be, because there's a hole right here that this does line up on top of this guy, and that hole goes down into the trash compactor. Ha. Oh, that's clever. All right, let's try to get this all on here without breaking anything in the process. Oh, very good. That is a very satisfying click. Just missing one spot right here. There we go. Whew. All right, we're getting. Oh, it's already getting heavier. This is gonna be fun. All right, last pizza wedge. Just out of curiosity, who is seriously considering having pizza tonight? Because at this point I would be, but I think we're actually having pizza rolls for dinner. Pizza rolls and pizza bites. Bagel bites. Because we need to make some room in the freezer after having gone shopping today. Yeah, clear out the freezer. What is the first ever Lego Star Wars set? Do you happen to know? I don't know if I remember which one that is. You know what? I'm going to show you right now because it's probably going to get harder to pick it up later. So the tractor beam that Obi-Wan has to disable, you can see that if you pull this out right here. So watch up here. So this is the power to the tractor beam, and if you pull this area out, power drops. If you'd ever played Plinko as a child, it works in a very similar way. Or as an adult, I guess you could play Plinko whenever you want. It's a fun game. Yeah, that's neat. The first set was Obi-Wan and Darth Maul Speeder. Huh. X-Wing and TIE Fighter from 99.
Yeah, 1999 was the first year they did Lego Star Wars.
What were was it Obi-Wan and Darth Maul, or was it X-Wing and TIE Fighter? I thought it was the X-Wing and TIE Fighter 2. But Obi-Wan and the Darth Maul Speeder. So was the Obi-Wan and Darth Maul Speeder, was that like a scene? I'm going to have to look these up after the stream. Yeah, I sort of seem to remember that, like what Cordy's saying there, I seem to remember old TIE Fighter and X-Wing. And that would sort of make sense. Those are some of the huge iconic things from Star Wars. I actually had a friend that had those. Mike was his name. Lived with my brother for a while. he still has them, maybe I can see if I can steal them and do a build with them. He is a big Star Wars enthusiast.
Lightsaber duel, Darth Maul, Qui-Gon Jinn, set 7101. 7110 is land speeder. 7111 droid fighter.
Okay, so it sounds like
Just going by numbers, the X-Wing fighter was like a 7 or 8.
Jay, sounds like you were right with Obi-Wan and Darth Maul and all of those. Very good. I'm still going to look these things up after the stream. And
The X-Wing was the 8th set, and the TIE fighter was the 10th set.
okay, so apparently the X-Wing was the 8th set and the TIE Fighter was the 10th set. Got Lex doing fact checking for us over there. Alright, almost done with our last pizza wedge here. Oops. You know what pizza I miss? I haven't had I really liked the pizza Rookies. I'm gonna have to grab some of that one of these days. All right. Kind of going out of order and losing track. Oh, that's too bad, Jay, but we'll definitely be going again tomorrow. Unless somebody speaks up about that being just a terrible thing to do, we'll be streaming again tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Oh. Thank you for the tip, Taco. I think we'll probably DoorDash some Rookies pizza here one of these days, very soon. We can think about that. 2 o'clock tomorrow, same time as always. Oops. Exactly. Same bat time, same bat channel. Alright, this pizza slice has something interesting going on. It's got more on the bottom side of the slice than any of the other ones have had. And it happens to be for this area that is the most open area, so there's going to be something hanging from here, it would seem. Suppose we'll find out pretty soon. Okay. Darth Vader took a fall back there. Stand him back up. Definitely something hanging. Oh, bet you this is going to be where Luke swings heroically. All right. I'm going to have to take great care not to ruin this whole thing. As I push down. There's that spot. Okay. Just work our way around. Okay. I think that's pretty secure there. And then we still have this rope for Luke to swing valiantly around here. So that's great. Okay, we're just about done with this bag. Just a few more pieces left. This one, this one, for those. All right. Where's all this going? Oh, we're going to have another OSHA railing. That's what all of these little bits are for. Is that the right spot? No. That's the right spot. We're going to neurotically check to make sure that we put these going the same way. See you, Jay. So, oh yeah, well, younger folks can Google what OSHA is. They're smart. So this, you can see that on my thumb side, it's flush, and on my index finger side, it looks more like a hand on a stick. And so these are not mirror going each way. So I always neurotically look at the instructions to see which end is which, even though functionally there's absolutely no difference, and they probably are arbitrarily picking which side goes down and which side goes up. But if they have made a choice, I'm going to mimic it. All right, there we go. More railings. Oh, broke that off. you out there. Okay, and this one will go around here. Because you know what's cool? Being safe. Okay. And, yep. All right, so these. Done with stage 5. Put all of our extra pieces into the bag here. Oh no. Okay. Extra piece bag. Zipped up. Put it away. Thank you. Seven's the worst. Whew. There's a lot going on in bag 7 over there. Okay, this is getting impressive in stature. All right, so we're gonna build 2 red guard or imperial guard. It's either red guard or imperial guard. I can't think of what the
Praetorian.
name is. Praetorians?
Praetorian, aren't they?
I don't remember.
Where's quality control? Slacker.
Yeah, quality control. We need you to let us know what the red dudes are called. The red guard. Next thing. Oh, great, Jay. That's awesome. Welcome back. And we're going to have another Luke. And the Emperor. Emperor Grouchy Pants. With lightning bolts coming out of his hands. All right. Okay, Luke is that shirt. And we're going with confident Luke right now. This is his story arc. He's feeling good about himself. He's gonna whoop up on the Emperor right now. There we go. So we are good grown-up Luke and Emperor Grouchy Pants. This cowl. Emperor Grouchy Pants. With lightning bolts coming out of his hands.
No spoilers, just in case Mason watches over.
No what now?
No spoilers in case Mason watches over.
Sure. Emperor Grouchy Pants. Ask quality control in a little while. Maybe he had to go off to barbecue a burger or something like that. We'll try to ask again later on who these red dudes are. I think it's the Red Guard. Yeah, there we go. A couple of those. All right, so far we're up to 3 different iterations of Luke in this set.
The Red Guard and the Red Robes.
The Red Guard? Haha. They are indeed the Red Guard. Royal Guard? No, it did. How about Royal Guard? I think it's just Red Guard.
I think they started as the Red Guard because they were his Senate bodyguards and then became the Royal Guard.
Oh, started as the Red Guard and then transitioned into the Royal Guard. Oops. Okay, 2 of these. Okay, we're building big old bricky bits right now on top of this thing. So I wonder if they make a lighting kit for this thing. I'm not saying I want it, because that would end me. But theoretically, that could be pretty darn cool. Big one. 2 of those. Alright. So it looks like, I'm guessing, right now we're building up in this area here. It looks like this section won't be a modular chunk that we add on as much as it's just going to be building on this foundation that we've built up. So at least that's what it looks like anyway. It is a nice touch, like here on in the sides. I think I'd mentioned this yesterday, but by using a slanted piece that are 2 wide and then 3 wide, we're able to get curved looks. Yeah, I had mentioned that yesterday, being one of the coolest applications of calculus that we'll probably ever run across. Calculus lesson. Half of it's done. That's true. Yeah, five bags took us halfway through, and then other 5 bags will take us up to the top. Good point. Alright, now one big flat sticker, which are most obviously placed incorrectly, so gotta be extra careful with this one. There we go. Boop. This is indeed a monster build. Right now we're just kind of building up. Ooh. My table is not used to having this kind of weight on it, and it's making my display wobbly. I apologize. I wish I could. I don't know how I could make that any better. Just try not to push as hard. Yeah, we're building up these walls right here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try to adjust this a skosh. There, that gives us a little more room to work. Can't see what I'm doing down here as much, but you can see more of what's going on up here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1. Bo James, tell me, do you know if that Mexican place down at the base of your hill is still open? Because that is one of the few burritos that I genuinely miss and would love to come and just grab one of someday. Because that was such a darn good burrito at that place. Don't worry, Jay. Bo James, he is not an unreasonable man. Oh, very good. All right. Yes, La Playa. I remember the name. It's so good. Where did the big long strips go? There they are. Cool. Bo James, how's your beautiful wife doing these days? I feel like I haven't heard from her in forever. It is true, the world's best talk. Yeah, that's. Bo James has it pretty good. Just between those two things right there. Supposedly that Taco Bell got upgraded to a Taco Bell Cantina now as well. Which makes it even better. Oh, very good. Of course she is. Actually, when I was in 7 Stars, getting my waiting for my final order on their last day that they were open. Heard somebody in there talking about she had opened up a coffee shop right near there. I think near your bowling alley, Bo James. I don't know if there's a new coffee shop in there or if you would even notice if there was, but supposedly, unless I heard incorrectly, sounded like she had opened up a coffee shop in there. Oh no, it's still open.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. There it is. All right. There's a new coffee shop next to La Playa. Oh, you know, it could be by La Playa. When she was talking about it, she said it was just off of Highway 1, and I had assumed that she was talking about right near the bowling alley, but it could be that one right there by La Playa. Okay, we're building I don't know, some kind of a trap door here, it would seem. Not sure yet. That on upside down. Oh. Well, if you go in there, I don't know if you've ever met the owner or talked to the owner or anything like that, but if you go in there, you should ask them if they're the people that know of Seven Stars, because that might be one and the same. This is a real neat little trapdoor we're working on. Okay, let's see what this is for. Oh, it's not a trapdoor, it's a platform, and I think it's going to be similar to the platform that we built on the final duel Death Star set that was a breakaway platform. So this will stand here, and it looks like we'll be able to break away and people will fall off. That's fun. I love the interactive elements. Yeah, Stormtrooper. Yeah, these right over here. It's the Stormtrooper head, the TIE Fighter pilot, and Boba Fett. Those three. I did the Stormtrooper head as build a while ago, a month or so ago. So I know that's somewhere in the library, the history library for my CaseyBuilds channel somewhere. Yeah, pretty much for the past few years now, when a new Star Wars set comes out, I'm been waiting in line to get it. So pretty much I'm gonna say any Star Wars set from the last 5 years probably. I've gotten this room. I asked my brother the other day if he thought that I could be described as eccentric now, and he said that he did indeed feel that that was a good word to describe me, and made me feel pretty good. Made me feel like I finally made it. Alright, so what are we working on here? I'm still not sure what this area is. Might be a site of a lightsaber battle. That would lend itself to having these breakaway bits. I'm still not entirely sure if that's actually what it is. How much longer is this stream gonna go? Good question. I think probably 5 o'clock. I think I was aiming to do about 3 hours today. So 5 o'clock will probably be right around when we call it. I think we're in pace definitely to get bag 6 done. Bag 7 looks like it's a doozy, so we may not start that one up. I generally assume that it's going to take me longer to put the pieces together than it takes Lex to sort them, and she's still working on bag 7, so we might just be done with this bag here today and then finish up tomorrow. And hopefully we'll have enough time tomorrow to finish. The last time that I did one of these really big sets like this, I had broken it up so that it was the Porsche when I was building that one, and I had switched it around so that I did part of the build Saturday morning and then part of the build Saturday night, and then came and finished it all on Sunday. And I feel like that was too much to expect of people. Not that I expect people to necessarily be here for the whole thing. It's totally fine for people to hop in and out if they want to. But I try to have a somewhat reasonable pace for people who are hoping to see as much as possible. I could literally just keep building Lego sets all day long, every day, and never get tired of it. This is interesting here. We're building up some texture on the wall here. When I had taken a drafting class in high school, I remember one of the projects that we ended up doing was designing a house. And the first time when my first iteration of it, everything was very very regular and organized, and a lot of rectangular rooms coming together, and there weren't a lot of, like, the front was one big flat face. Front of the house was one big flat face, and I had been putting a lot of effort in trying to keep everything as uniform as possible. And after I'd finished my first draft, and showed my teacher, he said, this is great. You did a good job technically of doing this, but this is really boring. There's no you need to have pieces that stick out and go in, and you need to have a little bit of variety to it, because as it is right now, this is just one big, like, the front of your house is one big flat wall, and that is extremely boring to look at. There's nothing interesting about this. And it was such a shock to me that something that was a perfect geometric shape could be considered boring. I thought the impressive part of what I had done was keeping it all perfect and flat. And it was really, really eye-opening for me to learn that was actually not a desirable thing for someone. So, manual for the Death Star set. It is massive. I don't want to get it back out of the box here. It comes in. The manual is in a box to itself. It's 300 something pages. It's spiral bound. It weighs more than many of the completed sets do. If you want to see me flip through it real quick, you can look at the beginning of the of part 1, where I do that a skosh. I hear something moving around in here, and I'm really worried that there's more stickers or something.
You want me to put my hand in there?
No. Oh, I put the receipt in there. Okay. Yeah, but the manual, I think, is 320 pages. We're at page 180, so we'll finish off. I'm hoping this will take us around 200, so we're doing about 100 pages a day. Just got confirmation from Lex that I should not do the next bag. So yeah, we'll be done. We'll be done with this when these trays are empty here. Yeah, minimalist designs really are a much more acceptable thing these days than they were back then. It is currently 4:19 p.m. I live on the Pacific Coast. Where are you, Jay? Yeah, Taco, certainly where we work now, minimalist designs are also very much the right way to go about doing things. What? But back in the late 90s, those were not as cool as they are now. That's right. So it's an hour later for you. So you're in the Mountain Time zone. So for you, we'll be starting at 3 p.m. tomorrow. I like the little splashes of color here. I think we're working on. This is going to be a Death Star battle, or I'm sorry, a lightsaber battle area. I think. Especially with these kind of darker purpley reddy colors. Seems almost Emperor throne room like. Oh yeah, look at that staircase. This is definitely going to be the site of an epic lightsaber battle. Oh wow. Never. So this step is literally taking a bunch of these tall 2x6 blocks and just making a wall out of it. That's a solid load-bearing wall right there. Oh yeah. And then the rest of it here, we're getting some more rounding coming up. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. I noticed right here, it was a little optical illusion because the black comes underneath. I thought that maybe this was in the wrong spot, but no, they are correct. It just has a little color difference there. Maybe if they re-release this set as a third generation, they'll fix that. So I would love to not have to spend another $500 on a set that I already have. See, that's you joke with me for saying have to, but I don't see it as an option. It is a requirement. Okay, we have a nice platform here. Ooh, and I poked that right there. Got a great little platform. Ready for a duel. Okay. And let's do some more stickers, huh? Man, these stickers in particular really remind me of our favorite local bar, because it is a Star Wars themed bar, and all of the pillars in the middle of the bar have this pattern painted on them. bit here. But yeah, can you imagine uniformity not being a desirable trait? My mind was blown when I heard about that. And I was like, well, what do you want? You want me to go back and ruin how perfectly symmetrical all of this stuff is and make the front of my house go in and out? And he was like, yeah, that's actually exactly what you should do. I had to do some soul searching when he told me. Really ruined the beautifulness. It was still alright. But I had a hard time with that just conceptually. It just seemed so wrong. See, in all this building up that we're doing too, we're still leaving a room for a center column here, and I'm curious to see what that's going to end up being used for, because it's much too intentional to just be a coincidence. Oh. It was pretty. At least it all stayed in the tray. Yeah, it does look like an elevator shaft. This thing is sturdy. Even with these two walls that seem like they should be flimsy, they are not. There's a whole lot of structural support coming from that. That's good. These things need to go over here. Skip nib and the out one. Alright. This guy is right in the middle of this platform. One of these on either side. Where do these go? Oriented this way, that goes there. It does. I normally, so that was one of the things I was bummed about was moving my camera around. You got to see my mic, and I feel like the microphone is meant to be a behind the scenes thing, and so the fact that you can see it there kind of bothered me, but felt like it was one of the concessions we had to make for this one, since it's such a big set and had to do some unorthodox stuff. But it looks like a little Alderon just waiting to get blasted. Absolutely. And it obviously comes as no shock that you see it that way. Oh yeah, now we're making a throne. That's going to be on a little pivot plate. So this is definitely the Emperor's throne room. There we go. Oh, and then all of these ones that I exploded everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like a planet that the Death Star is after. Yeah, if the microphone blows up. Good question. We'll have to find another planet. I have not used this mic with a video conference. This mic is something that Lex had gotten gifted to her and that I appropriated for my own purposes. And she had gotten it hoping to use it to do some recordings, like so she can sing some tunes. But the very first stream that I did, the audio wasn't great, so I stole this, and it is officially the streaming microphone now. Lex is my wife that does all of the arrangement of pieces, all of that. And occasionally does some fact checking for us here. She is Vengeful Valkyrie on the chat there. Yeah, this is got throne room decoration written all over it. There we go. That's a cool little unit. There, and we'll do another one. Also, hello there, Technic Lover. I don't think we said hello to you yet today. Yeah, I think we're gonna save that. I don't really want to go over the 3-hour mark. Talking about the throne room. Yeah. Yes. We built that one a few weeks ago.
Last week?
Maybe last week. No, 2 weeks ago. Last week it was the escape. Yeah, for the last couple of weeks, I was trying to build up to doing the full Death Star today, and because Bo James has been asking for it, so as an alternative to actually doing the Death Star, I was doing Death Star scenes with the smaller sets. So throne room, escape from the Death Star, that kind of thing. Thank you, Mike 16. Great reminder. When you subscribe to the channel, it gets me closer to that 100 mark, which means I can have a dedicated URL, which I think we all want. So excellent, excellent reminder. Okay, I think this is the final step. I peeked ahead just to see if it was, because there's really no pieces left here. It is, but there's more stickers. So we get to finish this off with a sticker. Oh, God, they're the worst. Okay. I'm gonna get a good space portal. No, space viewport here. Space viewport. Okay, and this needs to go on this side over here. Oh, that fits in a very, very satisfying way. It's so nice and flush. Except for right down here, you can see where the studs are sticking out. So, using the flat pieces on this side, oh, that's real nice how that turned out right there. I like that a lot. That's cool. Okay, lest we not forget the stickers. Stupid, stupid, stupid stickers. Okay. These stickers will be the end of this section, though, so we're just about done, and everybody can go about their dinner plans. If you haven't done so already. Halfway done. Two stickers to go. Oh, that one actually just snapped right into place perfectly. That was good. That's real nice. Last sticker. Sorry, I say last sticker not for the set, just for the moment. Okay. That's that. Oh yeah, the beam's gonna look awesome. Yeah, when the set's done, there's actually a big green beam that shoots off to one side. Okay, well, so we have the throne room done here now, complete with throne, and this was what I was talking about. This is going to be the breakaway platform, so Luke can be up there, and then Darth Vader will make the platform break away, and oh no, I fall, like that. He'll probably make that voice too. You can fall down through here. Oh no, that's just a walkway. We do have this area down here, which is for Luke to have a very daring swing with his sister. Yeah, this is. Oh, this area is not fully. There it is. Now it is. Yeah, this is a really impressive, cool set. I'm having a lot of fun here. This is great. I think that's it for today. So like I said, we're gonna pick this back up again 2 o'clock tomorrow, 3 o'clock Mountain Time, and hopefully get this thing done. I'm very hopeful that we'll be able to do the rest of this in one sitting, and that it won't be too long. I'm aiming for about 3 hours, hoping that's going to be the case. So that's the goal. We'll see if it happens. But I'm having a blast. Thank you all for showing up, and enjoy the rest of your evening. See you guys all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.